So,
How do you meet? How do you meet? And I think it's a long story.
yeah, I think my journey in Taiwan is not the same without my friend Wei-ting. Show me, introduce me. 这个是什么？
广东路的葱油饼 is the best 葱油饼 in Taiwan because this is 45, 45块钱 and just look at this closer, come closer. There's 冬粉. What the freak? Which 葱油饼 in Taiwan has 冬粉 inside? And look how crispy this is. It's gonna be legendary. Let's have a
吃一口。
Never in my life have 葱油饼 using spoon because it's too full that you need a spoon to do so. Oh my god, look at this craziness.
When I'm in Taiwan without you, I think I still feel it's nice Taiwan, but it's not the same because I don't have any family in Taiwan. So you are the closest thing to a family for me. I feel we can do many adventures. We're always up for it. And always up for a challenge and personal growth for me or for you.
I agree. I think you're the same for me, especially when I was in France. If it wasn't you that living there, I would not say yes to this, and I would not be crazy enough to apply for this 1 year working holiday visa.
But why you feel so safe around me?
I think it's more that we had a great foundation of friendship. So for me, it's like, okay, no matter what happened to me in France, there's a reliable person that I can count on to, that I can, let's say, the emergency contact will be you when I'm in France.
Yeah.
Because there's always this, I don't know how to say, like this zone that I can go back to. So I took the that challenge to discover myself. Another radio together, Chris.
Yeah.
And because I also have my fear. I know you have your, of course, because it's like someone going there. But for me, it's actually also very scary as well. That I have to imagine what it will be like to living with someone that you care a lot about. But we've never really lived together besides those little moments in Taiwan when we first met. And which I knew you. So that's why it can also be scary for me as well, because I already knew what type of challenge can come. So actually it's not just about me throwing myself in a different environment or a different culture, but also I thought about the living together idea as well. And I took in both as like the challenge I can try to see how it will develop and how it will develop into. Yeah, and I think what we experience in France is very, very, very special. It's very, I don't know if I would ever have this type of experience with other people. You know, and to really being vulnerable with each other, saying those harsh and difficult truths, and to still communicate even how, no matter how tough they were, still going, pushing through, and try a lot and very much to understand each other. with our different brains and our different background as well. Yeah, different backgrounds.
We're two different persons. I think it's very it's not an easy thing to live with someone you care about deeply, because then the relationship can be changed for better, or can also end. So there's so many every relationship and how far you get involved and deep can be sometimes a bit scary, but sometimes it's worth it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's with all relationship, right? In romantic relationship, in family relationship too. You don't know what will become, so it's also scary. I think that's why also in romantic relationship people are scared to step to the next step as well, because it's like, ugh, but now it's comfortable.
Yes.
Well, do we want to try to push the limit in a way?
It's true. But I think as a friendship, this one for me is very unique, because we live together, we grow together, we saying those truth that most relationship I have, I will not tell my need that directly. So we had this, I don't know, like life learning together.
Yeah. And looking at those clips and videos and shots, it somehow make me feel like, wow, things are happening so fast that it was just, I don't know, last year.
It's true, because we met again in Taiwan.
Yes.
So I met you 8 years ago in Taiwan.
Yes.
We do this trip in Taiwan now, and we just like crying like babies, because I feel so grateful of your patience, your time we had together, all this moment for growth. I don't know if it's all our life, or there's sometimes it's on and off. So sometimes we're spending a lot of time together, sometimes we're very far away, but we're still, whatever happens, we're still here for each other. Some moments are more like we are doing this road of life together. I feel we're doing this road of life together in some part when we need it the most. We need each other the most.
I agree.
And I felt very touching. Yes.
I agree, because now I remember, when I was in Shanghai in 2000, after living in Taiwan and meeting you, and then in 2016 or 17 it was again another challenge for me, and it was very difficult, because I remember when I went there, I know nobody, and then I started the job. It was very difficult because of all these communication and different value. There were a lot of pressure as well, because I don't have much support basically. And you were in Belgium. And still, it's crazy that we keep in touch with the calls.
Yes.
And to be honest, yes, we built a quite fundamental relationship when we first met, but it's also not like, a lifelong knowing each other.
True.
So for me to have those phone calls when I was in Shanghai and when we were studying all that or working, is quite crazy. Every time when we have those calls, it's quite long. And then when I finish, I'm like, whoa, did I just talk to this person for an hour? And we actually share a lot of like important aspect of life. It's not just, everyday life. Like, I go there and it's like really,
It's deep.
Yeah, it's deep, and it was really about like emotions and what I want and look for, desire for, or my frustrations at that time. And then you updating me with your life and what you're going to do, with the very clear idea of you want to draw your whole life. So for me, and I think to view this relationship as well, a big contrast, it's like me growing in Taiwan You have all these different social values that you have to follow. So I am walking on the path of like, okay, what the society wants. And then, yeah, like this very contrast pathways. And I remember when you told me in Taidong, first time we met, I think it was the first day. Yeah, it was the night you arrived and then we talked. And then you're like, oh, my dream is to publish a comic, talk about dyslexia to kids so people can understand in a not serious formal way. So it's more comprehensible. At that time for me, it's nice to hear because everyone has a dream. Everyone has a dream that you can talk about and dream about. But from my background, it's mostly the dream we talk about, but not something we actually achieve. It's more like the idea of, oh, my dream is da 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 da. So after 5 years, and then you told me that, oh, I'm gonna self-publish the book now, I'm gonna print them, and for me it was insane. Like it was something very aspiring.
Ça, c'est ma BD.
And
tout ce que je fais, donc,
crazy at the same time because I'm like, wow, this person who told me 5 years ago about his dream, he has achieved with all the obstacles that he had encountered. Really, like I could not even imagine, to be honest, how much of those obstacles you have. And knowing who you are, that for me is really magical, and it gave me a lot of thoughts about like, so what do I want for myself in life?
So I'm very happy that now you're really starting this journey.